I don't think it's any big secret throughout DoD and federal or even the commercial markets. You guys are you're being asked and tasked to do more with less and look to create efficiencies, cut costs, and then also provide the highest level of quality service. So there's a lot of challenges with that and how to strategically align your IT environments to move forward to be able to best do that. So I don't think it's any different for the Army. There's a lot of expectations being rolled out Army-wide to be able to do these costs, and these are the things that we're looking to accomplish here. So, Roger. I just kind of want to give you a high level. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the strategy of BMC. BMC's got a platform strategy, and really our purpose with our solutions and our strategy is to simplify and automate IT. So if you look at the current state of IT, this slide kind of gives you a really accurate picture, not only in the Army-wide, but most environments that we see throughout DoD and federal with our customer base, and even on the civilian side and the commercial sector. Most IT service management environments are operating in silos, very manually driven processes, different sources of information, inaccuracy with information, a lot of redundancy of work. And the whole purpose of our strategy is to bring everything together and really get everyone working off the same sheet of music. So, Roger? So I think everyone, if you all remember back in the day, the old ERP days, when you look at business functions of a company, and when SAP came live and Oracle and the whole ERP days, everything was very chaotic and very manually driven and worked in silos. And then the ERP era happened, and they came up with a great strategy to pull everything together and work off the same sheet of music. And that is exactly what BMC's BSM, when you hear BSM, we're trying to take to IT. So it's very important to understand that it is a platform strategy. It's very modular. But what we've done is take the same strategy and approach that was done in the old days with the ERP and bring that to IT. And bring all those silos together to operate under one sheet of music within the IT service management umbrella. So you have your, everything is integrated, it's modular, everyone can work off the same source of data and be able to really have the same reporting, the same data, and move everything through the IT management process. These metrics right here, very quickly, and one of the reasons why I think the Army on the enterprise level invested heavily with BMC this past year to go to recognize us as one of the vendors to be on this enterprise deal was how do we get reduction of costs and identify the measurements that we can accomplish throughout. So these are actual measurements that we've worked with several customers, and I'm going to show you a chart with some of our references and Army customers that achieve these type of measurable results that we've been trying to measure and deliver throughout the Army. So if you take the ELA and what the Army really wants to accomplish, not only on the enterprise level, is really be able to come up with that BSM strategy. And if you look at it, many of the environments throughout the Army and what we work with on the enterprise level is to be able to bring that BSM solution and work towards replicating that throughout the Army infrastructure. We have several clients right now that we're working towards that goal, and I will reference them. We've been heavily involved with NetCom and the Enterprise Service Desk, although I know that that's come and gone and changes every day. if you look at this, I like to show this to everybody. This is kind of the level of maturity that we put up there. This is a Gartner slide, and I like to show this to a lot of the customers when we go in. And what our experience has been, most of our Army customers are kind of at that level 1 slide. And if you kind of just think about your own environment and kind of ask, hey, where are you guys today? And where do you want to get to? And really the message here is part of the opportunity with the ELA on the enterprise level and be able to get so many solutions at a discount level is most of our customers are working very diligently and aggressively to go from level 1 to level 4 and trying to implement their strategy and their plan to do that in a very aggressive state. And I think with BMC's solutions and our platform strategy, along with the enterprise vehicle, we can definitely impact that for our customers as far as being able to bring great solutions to do that at a reasonable cost. So this is our customer base, and this is not all of our products, but BMC's, if anyone's familiar with Remedy, some of you might have Remedy or use another tool today for service desk, but we have about an 86% market share throughout federal and DoD. So I kind of like to show you, so this customer base is all in that request and support, which is that IT service management or Remedy type of window. We have a large following out there. And as you can see, some of our Army customers, in reference to National Guard, is definitely, they've standardized on the enterprise. We're working with NetCom, GFETS, ITA. Some of these customers on this Army list, and I'll let, when Roger gets into the other solutions, how they all tie together, are working aggressively to fill out along that BSM strategy. Everything for us starts with Remedy. It's kind of the brains to our strategy as far as connecting and being able to integrate other technologies or solutions, and we're going to explain that in a little more detail, along with showing you what products along this wheel are on the actual ELA and other solutions that complement the ELA. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Roger East with RightStar. He is one of our exceptional partners as far as knowledge and expertise in the BMC BSM platform, as well as our Remedy offerings. And he's going to take you kind of high level through that strategy and technology, and then we're going to get into a little more of the actual products that are on the LA and give you guys an idea of where you can go from there.
Thanks, Panos. Again, welcome everyone. You've seen this slide a couple of times already, and it really is trying to talk about how we're trying to get you up that maturity curve by utilizing the capabilities that come within these 4 primary quadrants, as you can see here. So the goal would be that through your Remedy system, having the ability to come in through a single one-stop shopping place to request any changes or services or report any issues that you have out there. And then if you can leverage some of the automation technology, it would go out and deploy whatever services or applications or patches or whatever needs to be done to satisfy that. And that's against, your databases, your hardware, be it virtual or physical hardware, all of your desktops and laptops sitting at the clients, as well as the network infrastructure, of course, that supports what you're doing there. And then the logical next step in that is to also be able to proactively monitor your applications and your various systems so that if an issue comes up, we can automatically the service desk without having to wait for a customer to actually notice the problem and call it in. We can be more proactive, and that speeds time to resolution and gets things back up and restored in a much quicker fashion. And then as we're doing this with the budgets and all the way they are, we want to make sure that we can effectively measure our spend, measure our projects that we have ongoing in support of your division, and also make sure, of course, that we're staying within the compliance and regulations that we have on all of our systems that support these things. And that's what the plan and governance portion of this does. And then, of course, last but not least, as Panos has pointed out in a couple of the earlier slides, the thing that ties all of these quadrants together is that Atrium CMDB, that common source of truth in your configuration management data system, where we've done our discovery of everything that you have from applications and physical and virtual devices, and we're able to have that single view of the truth either directly into the CMDB or at least know where to point and get that information, which is what is referred to in the federated data model that the Atrium CMDB has had since its inception. So let's now try to expand this a little bit, and I'll kind of give you an idea of the BMC solutions that fit in each of these four quadrants up here as we go through that. And Panos, I believe you wanted to have a couple of comments here before we start.
Yeah, if you could just put up, Roger, that request and support. So if you guys just quickly reference back, we talked about where most of our customer base is in the Army, and we have a lot of current remedy customers out there in the Army. And as far as the maturity level of where they are and where they want to go, most of what our customers and what's kind of hot right now is upgrading to what we call this ITSM suite. And Roger's going to go kind of more in detail on some of what the latest and greatest here. So a lot of remedy customers, current Army customers out there, and even non-remedy customers that might have TrackIt or other type of, software out there doing for their service desk are really looking what the next best scalable and widely accepted solution is going to be as the Army matures over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So what's very important to realize, one of the reasons why the Army went with an enterprise deal is they want to consolidate and go as much off the shelf and get away from custom applications as much as possible, and also look for that software or those vendors out there that can scale with the Army, that are going to be flexible and can integrate. You know, you guys have a lot of type of point solutions out there that fit along this wheel. So the great thing about BMC, it's very modular in nature, a lot like Legos. You know, you can add them as you go. You don't have to boil the ocean right away. And if you have a heavy investment in one of these boxes, you also don't have to just invest in BMC products. You know, we integrate with other vendors' products into our platform strategy. So that's one of the benefits of BMC. We don't make you just buy our products. You know, we work with you for the total solution and try to work with what you have and leverage your environment.